Oh my gosh, that's it. I'm coming over.
Hello, rock stars. Welcome to another edition of In the Pit. I am Rick, and today, I'm sorry, I can make no promises. There's a deniability clause that you're going to need to sign because I've got two of my favorite worst characters on the face of the planet. Please welcome Josh and Brian from Sonic Temple.
Woo!
Did I just call you guys characters? Oh my God. I love
I
it.
think that was the word.
Well, that was one of the words that you called us.
I like that word better than the one before.
I know.
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Rose has it recorded, and there might have been some choice.
Wait. What I
phrases.
said off camera, technically on camera, but before it was like for real camera. That's different.
That's completely different. I cannot be responsible for the things I said before.
And technically, all I'm doing is hijacking your word because you use it all the time.
Well, I do when I get really agitated, which, I mean, you've seen me agitated.
You're always agitated because you're always saying it.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
And
I'm not really sure that I should have allowed you two to be in the same room to do this interview with me.
We have to be in the same room, man. We're promoting big shows with you.
I know, but you guys together is like, well, let's just say it's toxic.
Toxic.
Wow. Hey, yeah, you saw that movie like RoboCop where the guy gets in the sludge and he starts to melt and yeah, no.
40 years.
40 years ago.
I prefer the word electrifying.
Oh, okay.
No?
That sounds like an execution to me. Sorry, I'm not going down that road.
Hi, Rick.
How are you guys, man? This is this could be like any normal conversation that we have on a regular basis. So it's not like this is even going to be a normal interview. I should have known better. Are you guys pumped? We're chatting because we've got a show coming up at the Granada, which we'll get into that in a minute. Are you guys pumped though?
Oh man. Yeah, Brian and I have been getting together with Kenny and Jeff and Rick, and we've got some new songs coming out. We've got some new stuff that we're going to throw out at the Granada. Just excited to get back at that stage because it's such an iconic, cool, venue to play at.
Now, when you say throw out, like to the audience, like swag?
No, new songs we've never played before.
I knew what you meant. I was just trying to see if we could weasel some free shit out of you. I'm just saying.
You never know.
It's possible, maybe.
Dude, I love it. Now, Josh, you have been in the band now for a hot minute, literally, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you came in, we've talked about. I interviewed you about it. We've talked about. You obviously are wearing the infamous hat. I noticed you grew your hair longer.
Yeah, in 1 week.
Dude, it's awesome. Whatever you're using, I'm gonna need it because that chia stuff that they use on the chia pets is not working for me.
The chia hair isn't happening.
Dude, I swear to God, at this point, I would totally try it. You're gonna be like, "What the hell happened to Rick?"
Yeah, I'm just gonna put one of those Scooby Doo or Shaggy chia pets on my head and just wear that as my head.
Oh my God, dude, I love Shaggy. Especially if we get Scooby
Shaggy.
Oh hell no, I'm not. Well, I could be though.
I meant the character.
Oh well, yeah, that's totally me. I mean, you leave me alone with my dog, and we're solving mysteries.
Yep.
Driving around in a panel van with a bag of candy, and
all of a sudden, that doesn't sound like a cartoon. That sounds like a horror movie,
right? It does. Yeah. Hey kids, you want some candy and a puppy? It's like, what are you talking about, weirdos?
Me? Oh God, I know I'm weird. I got so many issues. Not funny. So let's talk about how this came down, because this will be the first time for Basket Case, and we are stoked. We get to open up for you guys. Our first time at the Granada, and I've been to this theater. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a ton of bands there. I've emceed for bands, but it's our first time to actually get on stage and rock out. Again, you guys, tell me kind of what was the inception, the idea of going back to the Granada? Just looking for a gig, or was it, hey, we want to play this?
Well, all of the above, because now that you've asked the question, here it comes.
I know. I got to watch what I say.
As you know, we're all trying to just get back on stage, and it's not easy these days. the whole tribute situation has become extremely competitive. And I know you hate that word, but that's reality.
It is.
That's where we're at. So anybody that wants to hire us to come entertain, we're going to be there.
Wait. What kind of entertainment are we talking about?
You know.
Oh, that's what I'm worried about is I've got issues. That could go in many different directions.
But actually, Rick,
We think it's entertaining, at least.
I mean, Brian and I got together and said, look, you know, we've been getting into rehearsal, playing with the guys, hanging out. And, you know, I wouldn't say discouraging, but the landscape has shifted a little bit on not just the tribute scene, but the music scene in general. And people are trying to beef things back up, you know, with COVID being gone and all that, or at least, you know, being controllable. Venues being open and shows being there. We've I contacted Granada. Brian and I contacted them and said, look, you know, we want to put together a show. Our idea was, we wanted Basket Case. I know you'd never played there before, and I think we wanted to do a show we thought would make sense to get us all on the stage and do something really fun. And Granada kind of came back and said, well, we don't know if there's enough cult fans in town to do a show here. And I was like, oh, no. Wait a minute. Yeah. Dallas is a huge market for the cult. And, you know, Brian has really garnered a lot of fans for Sonic Temple. So, and I mean, I haven't been in it long enough to attribute any of that to me being here. It's Brian and Kenny and Jeff and those guys really kind of started beefing up the fan base here. So I convinced them that we're going to put on a good show. So I'm hoping everybody gets out, gets in an Uber, gets in a car, gets on the bus, whatever, comes to the show. And
it's convenient because it's in the heart of Dallas. I mean, what more do you want?
How long? And you know what? This is actually, I'm stoked, like I said, to play it. It's a great stage. And you can't say that there's not cult fans, because I do recall we went and saw the Cult at House of Blues last year, and I've seen them there a couple times, and it sold out, like packed, elbows to elbows. So you can't say there's not cult fans. There are cult fans, and you guys do a phenomenal job of bringing that energy and that cult experience to the stage. I've seen you, I guess, I don't even know how many times over the years, and we've actually shared the stage before. So it's not like it's going to be our first time. How long? And Brian, I know you told me this, but I've got the memory of a gnat. How many years have you guys been together?
We're in year 7.
Okay,
right
so
now. This is our 7th year.
Basket Case is knocking on 7 years. I didn't realize we were that we were that close behind you. Like, I figure you guys have been together for like 1,000 years or something.
Well, this version, I mean, with the name Sonic Temple, it's been about 7 years right now. And
nice.
You know, we did a different version like 20 years ago.
Okay. Okay. So that you did tell me that, although there was alcohol involved and I didn't remember.
Yeah.
Just saying. So one of the things I did talk to you about, Brian, when we were yapping on the phone, and I said, is it okay if I pimp you out? And you're like, really? What? Huh? Is it okay if we talk about you recently had a health scare? Can we talk about that? Or you're like,
yeah, sure.
Okay. And if I have to, I'm not even going to pick on you. There are so many things that I would pick on you, Brian, just because we're friends, but I'm not going to do it. No, I mean, tell folks, because when you hear you had a stroke.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a major life, oh my God, moment that it scares the living bejesus out of everyone. If you say I had a stroke or the thought of having a stroke, you're obviously doing well enough that you're getting on stage. I mean, even if we're Mick Mars and you're going to be up there. I mean, we'll.
Wow.
Dude, what?
Yes. And there it is.
Sing.
Yeah, it's been more of a struggle than I thought on my daily experience. Just to get in here with the guys and do what we normally do, which I can admit I've taken for granted. It's been
keep it together.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
It's definitely been a challenge that I didn't expect, of course. Needless to say, I'm very thankful to be here and talking, which is also a little bit of a challenge. Most people can't even hear it, even the guys. But at the end of the day, I get real tired and I have to enunciate very properly. Otherwise, I sound like I'm hammered, drunk. So
you've always sounded that way, Brian.
I see.
Yeah, I didn't even have to say it.
But yeah, we got back into rehearsals lately, and believe it or not, it's been real challenging just to get the guitar parts, you know, like they were before naturally. I'm having to revisit all of it just to get my mind around it and then get my hands functioning. So it's not as bad as all that. It just seems that way to me because I'm used to just doing this automatically.
Yes.
So it's changed everything for now, but we're working hard. We're getting ready, and
we put the hours in. Yeah.
It sounds amazing, especially with the new material that we're covering. And it's so exciting. The band's never sounded better. So
when I heard that you had a stroke, my first thought is, oh my God, no. Will you still be able to play? I didn't care if you could talk. I just was worried, can you play?
Exactly.
Yeah, because I've watched you so many years play, and I love watching how smooth you are. I mean, you are a true artist when you get on stage. And no offense, we're friends. I can pick on you a little bit. I don't like I said, I do care if you could talk or not, but it's terrifying because there has to be a little bit of self-introspection in each of us where you're like, oh my God, if that happened to me, would Rick be able to play drums? That would be arduous, trying to relearn all that muscle control. Yeah. And it's not like starting out as a beginner, obviously, but you are having to go back and re-step some of the movements. Okay.
Yeah, because I know what I'm supposed to be doing. It just doesn't necessarily translate physically automatically like it did before. It's very strange, but it's okay. It's making me really focus on being a better musician. So there's that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we're all thankful that you are okay. There was a lot of, again, fear. I didn't bug you. I did reach out to your wife because I was like, oh my God. I don't think I even said anything on Facebook. I know everybody was blowing you up, and I'm like, I didn't want to be part of the overwhelming stress. But
listen, I got so many responses on the post about a stroke. I just hope half those people show up and see us play. I'm like, where are all these people coming from?
I don't even know that many people. It's like, holy moly.
And now you do.
So I'm forever grateful.
Yeah.
Really grateful.
I jokingly said if you wanted attention, you just had to ask for it. You didn't have to go that far and have a stroke. I mean, we love you, but you know, just say, hey, I want to hang out. We're there for you. But in all honesty,
on a lighter note, we watched MRIs on the big screen in the hospital, and Jennifer was on the phone saying to people, yes, we got to see his brain inside his head, and there was nothing in there. Hilarious.
If you watch mine, it'd be a little hamster on a running wheel.
Right.
And he'd trip and stop for tequila and then fall down and take a nap. And that's hello. Welcome to my world.
Exactly.
Now, I've got to ask because I was unable to make it. Your other band, your cover band, the Blokes, did a show just literally a few weeks after your stroke.
Right.
Was that too soon to get back on stage, or was it the right amount of time?
It was tough. I'll just be honest. It was, and everybody that showed up really had a great time, and they were very, very gracious and appreciative. And the Blokes, the band, really did a great show. I didn't feel like I was really completely ready, but we did it anyway. And I think the message was, who cares? Nothing's going to stop us from doing what we love doing. And we were very happy to be there. So the timing was weird for me, certainly. But anyway.
And it's it's something as musicians that it happens not very often, thank God, but we have a very close-knit music community. Everyone's sort of related to everybody here in DFW because we all play in so many bands, and just everybody knows everybody. If you remember, what was it, a year or two ago, Ken from Back in Black, the drummer at the time, he had a heart attack on stage. And this is not part of the entertainment. Trust me, we do not want anybody to get hurt, to have health issues, anything, because really when we put on a performance, we do this for the love of music and entertaining people. And if you take that away, I think a lot of us would just, I retired for 12 years. I can't imagine. I know it's coming, but not ready for it yet. Like, how do you,
and I've been saying the same thing I've been saying that to Jennifer for 2 years. There's going to come a time when I just can't keep doing this. I mean, it's just going to be a natural progression, unfortunately. But I wasn't ready for that right now. Certainly.
No. And honestly, you know, on that vein, kind of speaking to that, you know, we've been in the studio here much more than we were before, just to try to, you know, work those muscles and get back up to speed. And that's what it is. You know, music is a muscle, and it's that memory, and it's that translating to the physical. And so, yeah, we just put a little extra time in here. I think we're about 95% ready for the 31st, Friday the 31st at Granada. And you know, we're going to keep plugging away. The guys have been uber supportive about it. And Brian and I take our little extra time, and we sit in here and we go over what we need to go over to get ready, because, you know, we love it every bit as much as the fans do. And that's why we want to go out there and give them a good show, a good time, let them reminisce, get back to some of these songs that they got to listen to, you know, in their earlier years, and try to recreate that stuff. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Can I be honest with you? I'm excited because both bands know each other very well. Basket Case and Sonic Temple, we've been all friends now for years. I'm excited about the party in the green room in the back, which, if you've been to the Granada is small anyhow, but this is one of those momentous, you know, occasions. Just again, a bunch of friends getting together. And some folks are they've even asked me, they're like, wow, Green Day and the Cult. It's actually a great pairing. It's a great pairing because they both have so many hits. And again, the influences, the Cult had some early punk influence as well. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's a great combination. And for us, and I will tell you, as a band, we're just stoked that we get to hang out with you guys. We opened the show, and then we're ready to start like libations immediately. Like we're gonna be ready to party with you guys.
This is a natural pairing. I think it's you know, it's
high energy.
Oh my
Mike
God,
Rose and the Basket Case crew is just, they bring such a different energy to a show. And you know, we've all done shows together in the past with our different projects and stuff like that, and it's so different, but still all high energy. And I think that's what, you know, we want to have this show. It's a Friday night, man. On Greenville Avenue, where it's going to we want to pack the place with people that love this kind of music, and just let everybody lose themselves for, you know, a few hours. Just come in, lose it for a few hours,
and have a great time.
Know, unwind and have a good time. I mean, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
So cool.
You know, we all like you guys. I mean, come on, Josh, Brian, you guys you're our friends. We like you, but I think we're all excited to see Rick and Kenny and Jeff, you know, because those guys are, when you get to know them, those guys are a hoot. Like, it's
a riot.
And I'll be honest, Kenny and I, being fellow drummers, and I have monster respect for him. I love it when I get to share the stage with him and just hang out. And it's not an evening of, this is just drummer talk. Like, oh my God, you guys, I'm glad you're here, but man, there's Kenny in the house. I'm going to be stoked just to hang out with him.
Between you guys, the wealth of knowledge between, you know, everybody together, it's an experience, not only for fans, but it's an experience for us to be able to be in the same room and just kind of talk about these differences. And I mean, it's going to be an awesome show. I really want to see, you know, the local support that,
yes,
you know, we're starting to see ramp up for
there are so many people that I still know personally that are out at shows in the music scene that have not seen us play.
huh?
And
How is that possible? What?
I don't know. It's just what it is. But I always tell them, you know, we're doing the show. Just put it on your calendar. You know, we want to see you there because you're gonna dig it. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great, and you'll appreciate coming out and experiencing what we do.
And I will say, let me tell you something. You guys recently, I was trying to launch an unplugged session, which I did a couple at House of Blues, and it's not dead. It's just we're working on some things. And you guys did an unplugged session, acoustic. And let me tell you, for those of you that missed it, Sonic Temple threw down.
It was cool.
Threw down. It was an incredible night. And you guys did some stuff. And there's always that worry, that fear factor of, is it going to translate acoustically? Right. And it did more than just translate acoustically. It was electrifying. It was, and I got to ask, what did you as a band take away from that as musicians? Did it influence your live electric performance at all doing the acoustic experience?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, it did. That's really kind words, but it's true.
Yeah.
You know, being able to strip these songs down that are traditionally really electrical, high energy songs and trying to take them down and arrange them and translate them, right. It changed, I think, my appreciation of the music. I think Brian and I talked a lot about it, how it really gave us a different vibe and a different appreciation of it. And then being able to go back to a place like the Granada and you know, crank it up a little bit and get our electricity back through it, and just kind of get a little wild, we're really looking forward to that. I know I am.
Well, are you guys going to incorporate any of that, maybe a breadcrumb here and there, an acoustic song as you guys go into the future, you know, bringing some of that?
Yeah.
Are you really?
I think so.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. In the future, I think we're going to, I was talking to Brian about this the other day. I think it would be interesting to almost do like a mid-set little acoustic session to where we can kind of break it down and get down. I think this show at the Granada, and it's what I spoke with management there, they want a high energy, big electric production. And that's why I came to you and why Brian and I asked you to do this, because it's like, look, if we're going to get high energy, then Basket Case has got to be involved. And we've got to be able to get on the stage and just, you know, shake off the normal life for a minute and do what we want to do. And that's, you know, rock this thing out and let everybody have a party and a good time. I mean, don't you guys agree? That's kind of the goal here.
Well, getting back to the technical aspects of doing an unplugged show, I was going to say that it was not easy. Everybody thinks,
my God, I know.
You're stripping everything down. You're just playing acoustic guitars. Well, guess what? Playing acoustic guitars for 90 minutes for most of us, that's like a whole new challenge.
It'll whoop you up a little bit.
It was brutal, but it was great because, as Josh said, we gained a new appreciation for the arrangements, what we could actually pull off live and get away with, and still include a lot of the parts of the songs, because everybody knows I'm covering multiple guitar tracks on every song that we do, which for years we've been doing okay, and it's not a big deal, but tearing it down to that level, you're not getting away with anything.
No, you can't hide there.
So
no, you're right. Nowhere to hide.
However, moving forward, you know, this show is going to be all electric and very loud, very intense, and
I'm excited. I'm excited. It's always exciting to come see you guys. Like I said, we've been to House of Blues together to go to see the Real Cult.
Yeah.
I've seen you guys. I think every band that I'm in has played a show. I think when I was in Sedated, I played with you guys.
Right.
Rebel Yell has played with you guys. I think Basket Case has played with you guys. Like, I've shared the stage with you with many different incarnations of whatever band I've been in.
And it's always a riot.
you guys are a staple. Like, I can't fathom DFW music scene without you guys being there and being a part of the scene. You know, then
I appreciate that.
That's really nice to say.
But I say that from the heart, because there's a lot of bands, and, you know, for anyone who pays attention to the music scene, you know, Miss Maddie from Cherry Bomb just made a big announcement. You know, congratulations, Miss Maddie, you're getting married, but she's moving up to Washington State. And I'm like, oh no. You know, and again, she's another one of those figures that I can't imagine not being in the music scene,
right,
that we all participate in. And you guys are that same way, like, holy. And Brian, no offense, but when I heard that you had a stroke, I was like, oh God, no. When was the last time I saw him? Oh, when am I gonna? Can I see him again? Like, I panicked a little bit, because I enjoy watching you guys perform. And for all the folks out there, and this is very pointed and very direct. If you've not seen Sonic Temple, get off your lazy butt and get to the show. And if you have seen Sonic Temple and it's been a while, get off your lazy butt, be at the show, because it is, again, wow. Like, I can't fathom you guys not doing what you do. And that's just, I had to put it out there, because I don't want to ever have those regrets. Like, I didn't tell them how much I love their product.
We appreciate that very much.
Wow.
But see, I mean, and not to sound like a public service announcement, but it is true. I mean, you know, it was a shock. We all got, you know, a little fearful. Then we got to the point of where we're thankful. You know, Brian's still here. He's still doing what he loves to do. But you know what? And you know, people say it all. They say, oh, tell the people you love that you love them. You know what? That's true. You need to hug the people that you love, be around, get out, see shows, do stuff together, you know, support your people. And, you know,
and check your blood pressure regularly.
See the PSA. See, we've got the PSA. You got to check your blood pressure. You know,
I'm not kidding.
No, and that's, to be honest with you, I was reluctant at first, like, oh my God, is it too soon to have Brian back? And then the selfish side of me was like, yeah, I want to play a show, because I don't know. What if something happens? You know, again, I don't want to have regrets. Like, I should have done that show with Brian. Oh my God. And then of course I was the evil, mean friend that when you fall down and get hurt, I laugh at you. I'm like, well, let's go ahead and pimp him out. Let's put his butt back on stage. And I was joking when I made the Mick Mars comment, because we all know he's dealt with health issues. But I was like, I'll put Brian on stage. Like, no, I am so, I'm thankful.
We're going to utilize this whole medical emergency and you know, you take advantage of it.
Right. Wait a second. So did you request in your rider for the show an ambulance out back? I mean, when you say you're going to, like, I need to know the extent of, if we get crazy and get hurt, like, do we have to even call 911?
I guarantee you, my wife will have a BP cuff ready backstage, and she will be checking my blood pressure and making sure that I'm taking my medications.
Can I throw my name in the hat? If somebody's got to use the defibrillator, can I? I've always wanted to go clear. Like,
you want to be the one to shock them?
Just saying.
You want to say clear?
I'm putting my name in the hat first in line. If we're like, hey, we need somebody to shock Brian, right here, I'll do it. I'm like,
please.
Yeah,
cords on the wall.
The whole scenario just played out in my mind.
If there's no defibrillator, I'm just getting use
the lamp. Use the lamp in the room. It's all right.
So Brian's gonna be like, Rick, I'm in the middle of a set. Why are you out here trying to shock the crap out of me? I'm just checking.
That doesn't belong there.
Brian, I love you. If you weren't my friend, I wouldn't joke with you. I would be a little more delicate, and I'm being tame right now because there's crap I'd say to you off camera that the rest of the world doesn't get to hear.
Hey, listen, if it's indicative of the energy that's going to be at the Granada on the 31st, then it's all for a good purpose.
So you're saying we should bring some Cheese Whiz?
Yeah. The whipped cream, the bubbles.
You don't even question what we're gonna do with it. You're like, yeah, bring the cheese.
Of course you should bring cheese. It's like, what are you talking about, man? What are you guys talking about?
Oh my God.
Whipped cream and Cheese Whiz. And I'm like, man,
just be at the show.
Did I show up to the wrong interview?
No, in all honesty, this is truly going to be a party. So this is March 31st, 3-1. Okay. Granada Theater, Basket Case, Sonic Temple, Throwing Down. And again, we are two groups, two bands that we're friends. We're going to goof off all night. I expect not just will the quality of the entertainment be at top notch, but there's probably going to be shenanigans. This is camaraderie. This is going to be a great show. Wait, what?
There's definitely going to be some shenanigans.
No doubt.
But the more of our people, the more of the fans, the more of trying to make new fans and getting people to come to these shows, it just makes that energy so much bigger. And I know that, like you guys said, I know there are cult fans here. I know there are Green Day fans here. I've been to these shows. I've seen the crowds. I've seen the love. I've seen the attention. Now it's time to let's get together and just do this raucous big ass show that we're wanting to put on. Old school, just get down.
If nothing more, come out, have a bunch of cocktails, and laugh at us for being idiots. I mean, good God, people! Like we're giving you 2-3 shows in one, like cult, Green Day, and comedy. Like what more can you ask for?
Exactly.
It's the Three Stooges. Well, there's a bunch of Stooges, but
no question.
So this is going to be great. Again, I'm going to reiterate for the 100th time. Over the next 2 weeks, you're going to hear us blow you guys up. March 31st, Granada Theater. Doors are at
7.
Yeah.
Show starts at
8.
And I got to tell you, as I put the set list together because we've got an hour, I think Basket Case is open for you guys. We've got an hour. I'm like, I can't even go deep. I'm like, do I make it a full tilt like punk rock show? Do I just give them all the hits? You guys are getting all the hits. Like I'm cutting out all the fluff. You guys are getting nothing but the big hits for an hour. And
no, that's amazing, dude. That's I mean, what a treat for all of us. What a treat for everybody to be able to come and see that, because I mean, honestly, nobody does the Green Day like Basket Case. It's just, I mean, it's as close as you're going to get.
Thank you.
And I mean,
and when you say that, I'm going for the audible. Like I want to sound as close to Green Day. Dude, we don't look like Green Day. Just say we want to sound like Green Day, the best of our ability, and that's kind of what we do. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've been to the show.
I've played with you guys. I've seen it. I stand there and watch it, and I'm like, dude, you're not getting any closer than this. So yeah, I mean, we're all in for a treat.
The cult though. Wait. I've seen the cult with you guys. You're as close as it gets without being the real band. You guys are it. So. What? I was serious.
No, he just coughed.
Oh, I thought
my medication makes me cough.
His medication makes him cough. Bullshit. A little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So does mine. Like
my other medication takes care of the cough.
You guys suck. I didn't get that memo. I had coffee. I didn't even have alcohol this morning. You guys suck. Guys, will you guys do this again? I always ask that. You guys always say yes. I'm hoping you don't say no.
Any single time. Anytime you want to do it, I'm in.
100%. Do you guys want to maybe go live?
I want
the show.
I want us to be in the same room like we used to do it.
Yeah.
And get live. I do recall wigs and dresses and weird things that happened in the past. I know Mr. Rose remembers. He's ashamed of us, but those are,
Are you kidding me? That's like a normal evening for me. Dude, I got married so that I can go through my wife's clothes and nobody even thinks anything different about me.
People didn't know that about you.
I don't give a rat's ass.
I know that about you. For sure. But
the fact is, I get
to know
why do guys get married? First of all, because now it's not like taboo to go through the lingerie drawer.
Yeah, it's not weird if you're wearing your wife's drawers. Yeah, that's not weird. That's not strange. They feel good on my skin. You are so fucking weird.
It rubs the lotion on its skin.
Exactly.
Oh my God. And this is why we are friends, because you guys are more demented than me.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Yes. Now everybody's going to be looking at Rick at the show going, man, I know he's got them silkies on. I know he does.
You know what? Just for that, I'm buying
is
just for that, I'm buying a special pair of silkies for this
Oh
event.
God, that's fantastical.
Hey, if I show up with assless chaps, that's when you got to be worried.
You've ruined my whole outfit idea now. Now
Right.
it's ruined.
He was gonna do that.
Yeah, it's totally.
Oh my
doing that.
God. Okay, I'll wear a tutu. Is that better?
Whatever.
I'll give you $50 if you do.
Really? You could go ahead and sell
Okay,
me right
right,
now.
man.
You go ahead and sell me
Forget
right
it.
now because that's done.
Like, yeah.
Oh my God, guys! I always love talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on. We definitely going to do it again. Again, I want to reiterate: March 31st. Doors are at 7. Basket Case hits the stage at 8. Sonic Temple is hitting the stage about 9:30. Guys, this is it. Some Green Day, some Cult together. This is going to be a great night. And you know what? Worst case scenario, come out and see a train wreck, which that'll be fun too. I mean, come on. There's going to be plenty of alcohol. We're going to have a great time. And for all you who've never seen Sonic Temple or Basket Case, get off your butt.
It is a rock show.
For those of you that have seen, and it's just been a long time, get off your butt.
Yeah.
I announce a lot of shows every week, but I'm just going to tell you, I don't really care about the other ones. This is the show you need to be at.
Yeah, man.
I'm just being honest. Like, I'm going to announce a lot of them, but I'm going to tell you where I want you to be. You need to be at the Granada, March 31st.
That's the truth.
Guys, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to this. I'm just looking forward to a night of basically camaraderie and partying. This is going to be a hoot. So I again, thank you so much. Let's, for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, I want to say thank you. If you're a regular, you know the drill, call your therapist now. Let's see where else you can find us on the internet. You can follow us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Roku, and Amazon Fire Channel. So please, if you would, go subscribe, like our channels, and if you go to YouTube, please hit the like button and subscribe. We'd love to have your follows. So there you go, guys. Again, thank you for being my guest. I am Rick. This has been Brian and Josh, and we will find you somewhere in the pit.
Always in the pit. Love you, brother. Thanks, man.
My pleasure, guys. See ya.